Hey, Decathlon Gamer, welcome back to Tour de France 23. This is episode 32. It's Criterium de Dauphine. It's the first time we've been here for this one, and I expect something very similar to what happened at Paris-Nice, meaning we are totally out of our element. But so far, things have actually gone really well on this opening stage. I'm going to try to go for the Combativity Award over the course of this race, though we are not going to get in the breakaway every day. That would be absolutely exhausting and make us completely useless in the later stages. There is a time trial on stage 4, 3 punchy stages in the 3 prior, 2 sprint stages in the 2 after, before we finish with 2 mountain stages. Now those 2 mountain stages, if we're going to compete for the King of the Mountains, are where that's going to be at. That's also where the best opportunity to find improvements on my attribute ratings would be. But even though I'm already 3 minutes ahead of the peloton here, I'm waiting until after this climb to allow the other 2 guys to catch up to me. Van Gessel is 38 seconds behind. Kirsch is a minute 25 behind. I want to hit the top of this 5K climb first, get the maximum points, and then set up and let those guys gain contact. Meanwhile, peloton at 3:26. I'm slowly recovering red bar now, but I'm pushing hard enough that I'm going to use up a lot of blue. I'll have to really ease off at some stage there, but this is putting the peloton under decent pressure. It's also slowly but surely allowing me to open up a pretty healthy gap over them. The prediction was that this is a stage that the breakaway could take a victory on, and I would love my chances. Now, I don't know Van Gessel or Kirsch well enough to know just how strong they are comparatively, but I know that they've already made contact with one another, as Van Gessel could not keep up with my pace, which means he's struggling, and I went away a lot earlier than he did, both of us going solo, so I feel like I'm stronger than him at the very least. We'll see about Kirsch, but we're almost there. Easing off, though, a bit, as we are, almost out of energy, but we're also almost to the top here. Just over 1K from the top, from the summit, and the early King of the Mountains virtual lead, anyway. And 45 to those 2. Now we've done it. Minute 43 ahead. We're going to begin to recover here. Not a descent, though, coming up. We are going to be doing a lot more climbing. So this is just now a matter of easing off. And can we aero tuck and get any sort of speed through there? Yeah, a little bit. Got a little brief recovery. Van Gessel and Kirsch. Van Gessel breaks away from Kirsch, gets the point. Which also shows you that either Kirsch isn't interested or is even weaker than Van Gessel.
Don't hesitate to use team comm to ask teammates to attack or to change the rider.
Into the aero tuck for now. It's only 43 kilometers an hour, but as long as I'm maintaining a little bit of speed, this is giving me a good amount of recovery. 38, 36. Alright. And speeding back up. It allows those 2 to catch up a bit, 40 seconds, but it gave me a whole lot of recovery. 6.5 minutes to the peloton already. That's what we want to see. And those 2 will make contact soon enough, and then we'll proceed on. We've got a sprint point, feed zone, and then 4 category 2s on the way to the finish line. Still just over 100 kilometers left in the stage as we approach a climb that's being classified as an intermediate sprint instead of a climb. I'm at full strength, but there's 3 reasons why I decided to make today the day we go in the breakaway. 1, it's stage 1, so if you lead anything today, you're guaranteed to pick up points. And that's what we want, so that's great as we go within 5K of the intermediate sprint. And we look very likely to get the combativity for today, as we were the first one off. And as long as we don't get dropped by these 2, we'll be just fine. 3K now. Second reason, it's the longest stage, so it gives you a head start on that combativity. Anybody different, as long as they're not repeat offenders for the breakaway, anybody new in the break is not going to overtake you, and it's going to keep you ahead. Third reason, of the first 3 punchy stages, this one has the most King of the Mountains points. and therefore chance to get a head start on that one as well. So as we come up 1.3k to go, I'm going to go ahead and ride. I don't see why I don't want this. I also don't see why I necessarily want this. So waiting just a little bit to attack, already getting some separation, but not necessarily going full gas, as the red bar is only going to last so long now. Going full gas to the line, and we've got it. Just held out. That's good. First over the line. These two were fairly easy to beat. Meanwhile, Pelotons started to pull us back. We were 8.5 minutes out. It's now 6. So a long descent allowed us to, well, 1, hold the peloton off for a good while. 340 is currently the gap. We are 1.5 kilometers from the top of that, well, second categorized climb of the day, but the first Cat 2 that we're going to face. Peloton is already starting to split as they are pushing on, and riders are going out the back, or at least seeing temporary splits as we approach the top. We go inside 1K. The steepest section is already behind us. I'm not doing any of the work right now, which is setting us up nicely. And Kirsch begins to accelerate. We easily follow. We'll want to overtake in the last 400 meters or so, and that is now. So going full gas. I think I should be able to easily take this one, and I do. There you go. That's 5 points. 7 now in total. 3 more climbs to come. Still 15 points on offer. We don't have a jersey yet. Second Cat 2. 4 climbs back to back to back here. Van Gessel leading out. Kirsch seems to be struggling a little bit to keep up here. We'll see if that's actually the case, but with 1.7k to go. This one, much steeper climb than the other one, but also much shorter. Just 2.7k in total length. And the first few hundred meters of it was flat, so I'm not sure why that was even part of the classification. But here we are now with 1.3k to go. Is Kirsch trying to roll through? No. So we're having a pretty easy time following along for now. We are starting to get a little bit tired here. I mean, you know, we're not without some fatigue. Let's go and gel up just a little bit, restore a little energy here. That's good. 247, Peloton's getting closer. 800 meters. If they don't attack, I'll have to attack at some point. It does flatten out near the top, so we want to go at about 500, I would think. Or at least about 450. And here we go. Yeah, Van Gessel gets a good head start on us, but then we are able to easily overtake him. And now easing off, and we've got it again. That's now 12 points on the day. 12 points on the day, 10 more available, but we are not far enough ahead. If Van Gessel were to get first over each of the next 2, he would still have that jersey. So a little more work to do yet. 2.5 minute advantage, 40k to go. We should easily be ahead for the next one, but will we be ahead after that? Also important for later on in this race, we want to make sure we lose some time today, unless we just go on and win the stage. I'll take that over losing time, but if we're going to be challenged by others, then we don't want to be in the group. This time I'm not getting either one of them able to come through. There we go. No, for a moment it looked like Van Gessel was going to. Neither one wanting to ride right now, which means I might have to leave them behind early. Or I'll just have to kind of push on, and when it's time, go for it right now. This is more about holding off the peloton. These two seem to be on their last legs, potentially. Just a minute 22 behind. 800 meters. Kirsch has been dropped. Now it's Van Gessel and I. 400 meters. Let's finish it off. And yeah, I'm dropping him easily. So he was just hanging on there. Easing off. We got it. 17 points now. Now at this point, we've got to have it wrapped up. We've got to be ahead by more than 5. Can I ride solo? We're going to try. For 1, this is going to give me those extra kilometers off the front. 2, there's a descent coming, so I'll get recovery. And then the final climb, 5 more points. And if you can finish, take the stage. For now, Peloton is keeping the distance the same, 1.5 minutes. Let's go a hair below the 100% so I can get my red bar back. Actually, you know what? The descent's going to give me my red bar back, and we're almost to the top. Keep the pace up. 65 with Trago among those who have been dropped. Parapenter has been dropped. Campenarts has been dropped. Kirsch already through the peloton and out the back. Okay, we'll gel just a little bit so we can keep up some pace here. It's going to allow them to come back at me a little. We've lost 5 seconds. Not bad, not bad. We'll go over the top here in just a moment. The descent will give me a chance. It's allowed them to come back at me a little bit. Minute 17. But we need that energy if we're going to at least get the last climb, let alone do something win-wise. Got to pedal a little bit here. Keep up the pace. Keep up the pace. Okay, another little arrow tuck before we then go in. Nice light braking. Okay. Minute 16 ahead. Okay, accelerate coming out. Okay, now arrow tuck. Again, the recovery is on. Can just about make this one. Accelerate out. Tuck. Turn. Tuck. Minute 4 advantage. And getting a good amount of recovery for this last phase.
Final categorized difficulty of this stage. The coat,
okay, 1.6K.
At the top, there will be 13
Let's
kilometers
use
to
that
the
last
finishing
gel.
line.
58 seconds ahead. 81 riders. Can I hold the field off? There goes our blue gel.
Come on. If you play this right, you'll be on your own at the top of the climb.
Pidcock breaking away. Pogacar breaking away.
He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch
6
out.
riders. 9 riders breaking away. Zagira. Vingegaard's in this field too? Oh my gosh. Maximum field. This is like all the best riders are here. But we get 5 more points. Looks like I'm going to get caught here, and there's a lot of uphill left to go. So, Martinez next over the top. Vingegaard, Pogacar. Big splits in the field. Big splits. No, it's all back together behind us. 40 seconds.
There are only
Oh, that's it. We're about to bonk out. We are not going to win this stage. We are not going to win this stage. 30 seconds is not going to be enough to get the rest of the way without any sort of push the rest of the way. You can see how quickly Pidcock's already gained 10 seconds on me. And Peloton has regained contact with one another, just 15 seconds behind me, by the way. I'm now going to set my sights on losing time. Pidcock makes contact and goes right on by. 65. Van der Poel working at the front. Can I still win this stage? Probably not. I feel like I'm not going to end up losing time today, though. Nope. Almost made it to the top here, but not quite.
less than 5
But
kilometers
there's
to the
Lopez
finish.
just now finally coming forward. I've got no teammates at the front. Should be telling all these guys to get to the front. Cloak's still protecting Sivikov. There they all are. They were just behind me. Four and a half K to go. I'm going to drop out the back here shortly. Sivikov still has a little something left. Pogacar takes the win ahead of Roglic. Matthews. Globe gets fourth. Johannesson sixth. We'll get some points for the stage, huh? Not pull up before the finish line. Bull gets 12th. 48 riders ended up in the group. Lopez was 17th. Van Hoek was 18th. I am 60th. Should be less than 50 riders on the same time. No time gains for the team, but time losses only for me in 60th. That's a good start. That is a very good start for us. And then you're looking at... Ooh, they got all the way down to 48 riders on the same time. Big start to the KOM, though, with 22 points. Van Gessel picking up 9, Kirsch 7. And I picked up 199 kilometers in the breakaway today, which is longer than any of the upcoming stages. So that's a big head start on that. I am going to have to quickly bypass like stage 2, for example, though, and to keep things moving along. Quick stage for stage number 2, a Cat 3, a couple Cat 2s, and a Cat 3 means not very many points on offer.
No real ambitions for the
Guillermo's takes the win ahead of Ethan Hayter and
Bitziger. You didn't prove me wrong.
The whole team loses time today. Really?
All is in negative.
So in the overall, we are now Johannesson, Sivakov, 40th, 44th, half a minute down. I'm 2:26 down, better place than the others. Yeah, that hurt, but at least our main guy, Sivakov, had a fall. I still lead the KOM by 13 points, and I still have a comfortable combativity lead as we head into the next stage. Stage 3 is another one of those poor chances at anything, though maybe I could have gone for the stage itself at the end on this one, but I lose 26 seconds along with Sivakov today. After Van Seven, it takes the stage win ahead of Ben Healy and Nielsen Paulus. And so in the current standings, Sivakov is 48 seconds down in 35th, Johannesson 36th at 52. I'm at 2.5 minutes behind. Ben Healy now leads from Ethan Hayter. Pogacar is 3rd. I still have the KOM by 13 points, which is why I wanted to go for that first stage out of those 3. And with variation every day, I still hold the combativity lead with a time trial stage coming, and then 2 sprints, 2 climbs following that.
A new rider is now ready on the ramp for this individual time trial. A few more seconds until he sets off. Come on, let's give him some encouragement.
And away we go. Trying to go full gas here to get started. And then looks like we've got quite a ways to go. Yeah, 34k. Okay, we got up to speed well. Now we're going to ease off and control for the long term. Ease off in certain areas, but I figure you can tuck for a little bit.
There are hardly any bends.
Div 1 is 15 minutes away. We're already at 4. Good side of the rider in front of us. Definite uphill sequence towards the end. Slight uphill.
It's uphill for a bit. Try not to lose any speed. Go, go!
Getting a little more tempo to push on for this one as we go through this little hill. The only little hill that we have in the early stages. Okay, getting a little tuck in here for a moment. Gets us back to full strength, and I think we could and should be pushing a little bit harder than what's expected, because otherwise you're sitting on max energy. What's the point of sitting on max energy? You can go a little deeper than that, slowly see it degrade. Use little arrow tucks here and there to recover. Just pace yourself as time goes on. Kung, the leader, at 13 minutes. I'm clearly not going to be better than that. I'm not a good time trialist, but my objective is 15 minutes 14 seconds. I could, for the first time, actually be on target. Gonna push even harder here. We're barely even going. Oh gosh, there's full song. See? Not a very good time trialist, but I could and should be able to do more than that. 1K till our first checkpoint.
We'll see how well you've managed this.
We're doing 43 kilometers an hour. I'm not sure we're gonna make it under that 15-14. There it is. Oh, 2 seconds over. 4 seconds over. Going much faster now. I'm all the way down at 98th in the rankings at the moment, though. We only missed our target by 2 seconds, even though it says in the upper corner that I missed it by 4. This is a first for us. This is the first time that we've really been.
Come on, still another 20 kilometers.
20k to go.
Focused.
That was the 20-kilometer banner. Kung Shockman, top 2. Surprised to see Shockman that high. Decent time trialist, but don't expect to see him that high up. $5K to go to the second intermediate and final check till the finish. Just made that corner. Lost a kilometer an hour or so, maybe 2. Going a little wide there. Now's a good time to get just an ounce of recovery in. Won't push as hard for right now. Out of the TT. Back into the TT. Hey! Oh my gosh. I just lost so much speed there. I went out of TT, I went back into TT. Didn't decide that I wanted to pedal at that point. That cost me some time here.
We'll see what the time looks like. Go!
And we're starting to go uphill here as well, so this is a big important moment to get a little bit of a push in. Will we be ahead of the target? It's close. It's close. I think we are. And we are. We're 3 seconds ahead of our objective. They want me to really settle in a bit for this last sequence, though. Pushing hard. Inside 5 kilometers. Here's one of the steepest sections. Quite a bit of uphill, slight uphill between here and the finish. But we're doing good time. We've not been losing ground here for a while. Overall objective 48.13, which is going to be well down from the top of the standings. But for me, could be a decent result. 2.5K. Pushing harder. Now look at this. We're coming back at him. Of course, he started behind us, so we're never actually overtaking him. Unless this is a different rider that we're about to overtake. 1K to go. Okay, go back to max, back to max. Okay, hey, that was good. I think that was really good. I don't know where that was on the final objective. That was definitely our best time trial, of course. Mostly it was straight. Mostly it was flat, but it was also very long. So Van Aert took the stage.
All is in negative.
Van Aert took the stage. Sivakov was just off this screen at 1:55 down and 18th for the stage. Not bad at all for a almost entirely flat time trial. I was 86th, 6 minutes down. The 6 minutes down part, not good. But I was second on my entire team. I've got the lowest time trial rating. I'm the weakest one at it, and just put in a pretty solid time. I'll take that. That's a definite victory for a change in the time trialing. And so the new GC looks like this. Ethan Hayter still on top. Evenepoel moves up to second. Pogacar is just 15 seconds down in third. Thomas, Van Aert, Healy, Vingegaard, all up there. Sivakov climbs to 14th. 1:58 down. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Big improvement. I, at 8 minutes down, sit in 46th. Second best on the team. Of course, I'm still in the KOM lead as there was no points awarded for the day. And with a lead in that combativity award, things are looking good. Now, 2 sprint stages to come. I do not want to go in the break for either of them. I'd like to save it for the last 2 mountain stages to get after some KOM points and maybe hang on. There's going to be a lot more points. We've got Nol's Cat a couple of times, so there's going to be hefty points involved there. And I'm going to be up against some pretty strong climbers, theoretically. Good chance I won't hang on to it, but maybe I can get the combativity if I went into one of those sprint stages, the combativity is a better chance. The KOM is going to have a weaker chance. So it's a trade-off. Am I going for just the combativity? Then I should go in the break on one of the next two stages. But I'm going to see what happens with the next stage and see if there's any repeat guys in the breakaway. If there's not, if I still have the lead after this stage, then I'll be looking pretty good. But with 4 stages to go in this one and the criterium half over, we're going to go ahead and put a split in between the episodes here. So that's going to do it for this one. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.